Atticus is his name. Fame is his game on the internet, with 10 million hits at least. That is, until his prepper parents finally kick him out of their dirty basement. A makeshift apartment amongst winter coats, food, storage items, and patio furniture. Today, the oldest sibling leaves the rest of the family, gone. Abruptly, unprepared, unemployed, unfulfilled, idealistic, smoking weed constantly, nearly 30, hitchhiking across America with an army knapsack of unnecessary knickknacks. A rag and bone shop, including a tiny wooden bear carved from Norway, one yellow clothespin, a plastic compass ring permanently pointing south, a participation medallion in soccer, a big ball of string, a Sony camcorder, and a thick-sized national flag of Venezuela he wraps around himself at night, plus a hefty collection of writings from D.H. Lawrence, likening himself, he supposes, to Aaron, an unfettered gypsy undone in the land of urban liberals, players, elites, privileged, homeless with no relief, no real place to hide or sleep. Atticus wanders, step by step jostling about in crowds, mobs, considering lovely female heartthrobs in passing, but befriending only another mate, a single guy, the same age, circumstances similar perhaps, but that stranger is more of a hooligan really, who sways Atticus to set a car on fire, and he don't know why. Frustration, defiance, peer pressure. Totally confused, Atticus punches some well-dressed dude in the face and then runs off, ashamed. Oh, gee, he was probably GOP. But what now? Will not a plentiful Mother Earth provide from her bounteous planet all that one might need? Where is the promise of perfection in our evolving social modernity? Fate will certainly take care of a poor fellow like me. Better yet, others might reply. Where the hell's the model of civil maturity by and by? Atticus holds the camera, wondering if he might get good ratings on MSM with the riot, or it could go viral! Or wandering the open country alone, a documentary, a think piece from different angles, POVs, all around like a wheelwright rolling an idea over and over again, bit by bit. It sprinkles. The wind. He returns the camera to the carrying case. Maybe there's refuge in an abandoned building ahead that will suffice for such as him, guided by a wandering star in the twilight. Isn't that an old cross on that weathered shack? He retrieves his camera, considering cautiously his approach, reading the inscription on the cornerstone. Atticus sees it's a primitive Baptist church where people used to worship on Sundays. Accepting more than understanding, blessed with insight, no more looking for figures of light, but making the darkness into awareness. Sound right? And what about that muted cacophony he hears? Where's it coming from anyway? Certainly not the small group of original practitioners praying in past days. Around the bend walks Jean-Luc Picard. What's his name, the actor? His chest puffed out, in charge of squatting this universe, and this property is condemned. With a wild pack of self-indulgent performers and celebrity kids demolishing the place stick by stick meticulously with carpenter tools and brick by brick with sledgehammers as heavy clouds gather dark above and rain drizzles unrelentingly down, while standing soaking wet in the rubble, the captain rejoices at each act of ongoing destruction, refusing to fix the leaking chapel for the fawning fans cheering on his resistance to any kind of authority. He's the ultimate community organizer. Atticus, disconcerting of the situation, mumbles, "They're going to catch cold in this climatology. And so is the whole world. Doomed. Shouldn't somebody do something?" Suddenly, Atticus erupts in self-righteous indignation, reaches his soft hands for the neck of the tall Starfleet commander and chokes him hard like squeezing toothpaste from a tube crest until the victim falls, oozing saliva from his mouth and turning red in the face, but not unto death. It's totally insane, Hussein. Atticus comes to himself and slowly lifts up the soaking head of Patrick Stewart, that's his name, from the drowning pool of flotsam and jetsam, or other words that don't hold water or even stop water, as I would say, drop by drop, here a little, there a little, until a veritable torrent of water flows in waves of remembrance, overcoming the congregational seats and supplicant sinners far away as ghosts, most earnestly hoping. Line upon line, verse by verse. There's no supernatural source but them what helps themselves to whatever they want whenever they want it. Atticus sits on a weathered bench at an old dysfunctional organ, pondering profoundly on the meaning of so much chaos and weeping helplessly, grinning foolishly, fluttering his fingers outstretched before his straining face, pretending to play a solemn hymnal on the fractured keyboards for whomever, whatever, forever, stock. Then, out of nowhere, some saving grace trumps all this nonsense. Look, set up your Sony, young man. Atticus is moaning and rocking like Stevie Wonder in a cold sweat, singing the final refrain, recording a brain potentially great again. Now after me, let us freely repeat, I'd rather be fishing, where the conscious and the unconscious most comfortably meet.